We are just a few hours away from the premiere of Big Brother 20. Hopefully, we get a good season this summer. Hopefully, it's a lot different from the last one. Hopefully, we get players that want to play the game and not just try to boost up their popularity or try to promote something of theirs. Hopefully, we get some good game players this season and some players that will ultimately change the game. Who am I kidding? There's really no hope for this season, is there? Because every single time we think there's hope for this season, and then it's just a huge letdown just year after year after year. So honestly, I think a lot of our expectations have the right to be lowered. Anyway, this is just going to be kind of my bootless video, kind of like the predictions for ultimately what I think is going to happen for this season of Big Brother. So let's just get right into this. Now I'm going to go over this as quickly as I possibly can, but there are some spoilers that are out there, especially from Vegas for sure. He used to be on Reddit, but then I guess he decided to move to Twitter now and move away from Reddit, I guess because he's being picked on over there. But if you don't want to know anything until the premiere episode, just maybe wait for about the next 15 seconds. Okay, so according to Vegas for sure, Tyler won the first HOH, and he put up Steve and Sam. According to Vegas for sure, it's the logic of how they fell in the competition, like they're the first two out, so that's why they're nominated. So finishing 16th, I have Steve being the first one out. I think this is kind of a disappointment. I was kind of hoping to see maybe some of these older players more on this season. I just feel like we're going to see kind of a pagonging of the old people and the people of color. I feel like it's going to be a huge pagonging. But I think we'll probably get spared in between that for a little bit. Finishing 15th, I have Caitlyn. I just feel like she's going to rub people the wrong way. I just feel like I don't really have good vibes for her right now. The vibes I have for her aren't that strong right now. Maybe things will change when the feeds come up, but who knows. Third person out, finishing 14th, I have Chris, also known as Swaggy C. I just feel like he's just on the show to maybe just like promote his like maybe whether it's a rap album or maybe like just anything in general. He's not giving me good vibes either, but he seems to be a fan of the game. I'm really rooting for him, but I just don't think that he's going to make it far in this game. Finishing 13th, I have Angie. I feel like she was a candidate for maybe the first boot. In fact, I feel like maybe Steve, Caitlyn, Chris, and Angie, at least so far in my pre-jury, I feel like they could have possibly been maybe just their purpose is just to be the pre-jury, because I feel like we're going to have some characters that make the jury, and I think they want us to see them in the jury house maybe because they need the drama for the jury house, because they always do those jury house montages. They always do those little I don't know what you really call those. They do those jury house segments. There always has to be about one or two fights every season when they do the jury house segments. So I feel like those four people, at least for right now, I feel like those four are probably planted to be our pre-jury boots. Finishing 12th, I feel like she's not really planted to be a pre-juror, but I feel like maybe they're going to either make her feel like she's going to be really adapt to how the game is going to be played, and it's going to be a reason of justification of voting her out. But I have Bailey finishing 12th and finishing off the pre-jury. Once again, I just feel like maybe these five are just planted to be our pre-jury, because I feel like we're going to have some characters in the jury that we're going to need to see in the jury house. First, we're at the jury now, and the first person I have on the jury, I think, is Faisal, also known as Fessy. I just feel like they're going to look at him as this huge competition threat, especially if he wins competitions early on. He's someone that you really want to root for, because I honestly respect people that win the competitions, people that win when they have to. I feel like there's going to be an instance where where he's going to have to win a veto or something like that, and he can't get it done. He seems like an ideal person that they would backdoor. Although if history kind of on Big Brother does repeat itself, he'll go, this is kind of the double eviction area. So finishing 10th in the second member of the jury, I have Rachel. I feel like it's going to take a double eviction to get her out. And I feel like she's going to be very adaptable to the game. She seems like she knows what's going on, but I feel like they're going to be smart and take her out at a double eviction. Finishing 9th, third member of the jury, I have JC. And I've seen on a lot of boot lists, a lot of predictions, a lot of preseason takes that JC is going to be a pre-juror. But I think he's going to go a lot further than what people think. Maybe not a lot further. I think he'll maybe make it about maybe 2 or 3 weeks longer than what they're anticipating. But I honestly feel like that JC, they're going to make us feel like he's going to be like probably America's favorite house guest. They're going to make it. They're going to try to. They're kind of going to try to make us feel like he's deserving of maybe the player of the season. I feel like he's just going to be on here for ratings. I feel like they need JC on the jury because they think he's going to provide the drama that they need for their jury house segments. And they think that maybe at the wall comp that they need to get rid of him, but I feel like keep him for the wall comp and he can form an alliance at that point. Like maybe form maybe a Final 4 or Final 5 alliance, and they kind of turn on it at the Final 9. Finishing 8th, I have Angela. I feel like Angela's going to provide, hopefully Angela's going to be, at least has the potential of what Christmas would have been if she didn't break her foot last season. Finishing 7th, I have Tyler. I thought Tyler was going to be an early boot. He still could be an early boot. But I feel like Tyler can maybe, if he can form bonds with people very well, I think he can go far in the game, and he can finish right where I have him. Finishing 6th, I have Winston. I feel like right now, at this point, the mentality would be to try to get rid of people that you don't think you can beat, but you also have to have the good jury management as well. And I feel like Winston is that type of guy that if you let him get to the end, he might win because everybody likes him. Finishing 5th, I have Scotty. And I feel like if they let Scotty get to the Final 4, I think he could easily win this game. And I feel like they're going to have that same mentality. Because Scotty seems like a smart guy. He seems like he is someone that's going to memorize the days. In fact, I believe Scotty is the only male super fan on this season. I mean, Tyler may seem like a super fan, but I don't think he's a type of fan like Scotty is. I think Scotty is someone that's going to focus on the days every single day. I think he's going to take mental notes in his head every single day on the events that happen in the house, because he knows that toward the end of the game it's going to be beneficial. And I feel like they're going to take him out based on he could win out with competitions, because if you think about it, the Final 4 HOH is usually a mental competition. As of late, it's been the What the Bleep challenge. And then the Final Power Veto, it's where you have to memorize things. Like memorize certain things like nominate on this day or nominate on that day. And then part 2 of the Final HOH competition and part 3 of the Final HOH competition. It's basically memory and knowing your fellow jury members. And I feel like Scotty, I think he can provide that social game. I feel like if they let him get to the Final 4, I think he's going to win all these competitions and he'll win out. Kind of like what Andy did in a way. Finishing 4th, I have Casey. I feel like she's going to be very likable. I feel like if she can make herself likable to the other house guests, I think they'll keep her around. And I feel like she can also provide winning a couple of competitions. Finishing 3rd, I have Sam. Now, Sam was my preseason winner pick as soon as the cast reveal came out and after the videos with Ross Matthews. I feel like she would be fine if she doesn't mention that she's a welder. She can play off that she's a hairstylist or that she works in restaurants. She can play that off pretty well. But I'm not really sure. I feel like Sam could easily be pre-jury, especially if they maybe catch on to her too early, because what I said in the cast assessment is that her downfall would be how she handles the drama and the fights. Because in her interview with Ross Matthews, she said that she does not stand for a bully. And if we see someone trying to be a bully, how is she going to react to that? Because the way she reacts to it, it could ultimately seal her fate in the game a little bit earlier than what we would anticipate. Because she seems like the favorite to win preseason at least. All right, so at the final two, we have Brett and we have Haley. And the way I see this, I honestly think Haley's going to win this game. I feel like she's my winner pick. Sam was my winner pick at the cast assessment, but after I kind of dissected things, I feel like Haley's my winner pick now. Based on her interview with Ross Matthews, she said that she wants to play like Derek. And I think ultimately we're going to be shown her trying to play like Derek. Because I feel like this could be a thing to invite some of these players back for another season. And I think if we invite someone like Haley back, even if she does indeed play like Derek, then she's someone that we all want to see in maybe an all-winter season or an all-star season, things like that. But if Brett plays a great social game, he can end up winning. In fact, this final two could easily flip-flop. I see this being the final two. Who knows? Maybe this could be a Drew and Diane kind of showmance. Who knows? Anyway, so that's my boot order. Like and share the channel. Share it with your friends and family. Comment your winner pick down below. Now I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy the premiere episode. And I will see you later.